Hey, what is up mortals, I'm Akida, and before we get into today's video, I would like to say that we've got a second channel named Anime Deep Dive. Anime Deep Dive is a channel based on a variety of anime lore. If you are interested in content like this, make sure you click the icon on the top right corner or check the description below for a link to the channel. I'd like to give out a quick thank you to our supporters on Patreon. The full list will be at the end of the video. If you'd like to support us and our content, please go over there and check it out. Now, a little bit of background before we get into this what if. For those of you that don't know what an Imperial Arms is, it's a weapon from the anime Akame ga Kill. There are many types of Imperial Arms, but for this what if, Deku will be having the Imperial Arms named Incursio, also known as the Demon Dragon Armor. This Imperial Arms is an armor type. When the wielder uses the Imperial Arms, their body gets covered in the armor, increasing their user's strength, speed, and even the ability to evolve. Since the beast the Imperial Arms was made from is still said to be alive in the armor, it evolves, making itself stronger with every fight. It also has a trump card that allows the user to go invisible, but it doesn't hide their presence, so any skilled fighter can notice them if they are not careful. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the what if. Around the time when Deku was 4 years old, he was playing at the playground with Bakugo and the other kids. He was having fun until Bakugo confronted Deku for not getting his quirk yet, pushing him to the ground as Deku starts to tear up, feeling upset from being put down by a friend. Now that Deku is on the ground, he's trying to frantically crawl away from Bakugo and the others. Deku's emotions started to build up, being in the heat of the moment. A flash of light emitted from Deku, making the wind pressure rise around him. A silhouette of a dragon showed itself within the midst of the dirt clouds. A silver shell started covering Deku's entire body. This makes Bakugo and the others back up, seeing how Deku just grew taller. The intensity Deku gave off, being covered in armor, holding a large spear, stoked fear into the rest of the kids. They weren't the only ones. Deku was also scared because he isn't too sure of what exactly occurred. With Deku being scared, crying from being pushed, he ends up turning invisible, leaving the kids to wonder what just happened as Deku runs home. As he gets home, he runs up to his mom with tears. "What's wrong, Izuku? Mommy, I'm so scared. I was playing out with my friends and..." Deku broke down in his mom's arms, not sure how to process what just happened. Inko held the baby tight in her loving arms, assuring that he'll be okay. "Why don't you try and calm down? I'll make dinner, and after we eat, you can tell me all about it." Inko began to walk to the kitchen. After she assured Deku, he went to sit at the table clenching his fists, thinking about what to tell his mother, while wiping his nose in the process. A few minutes passed, and Inko finished making a few rice balls. She put them on a plate to deliver them to the table. This cheered Deku up a little bit, as he began to eat his mother's warm cooking, slightly smiling in the process. Deku wiped the loose rice sitting on his lips before vaguely explaining what happened. Deku was still unsure of the situation that occurred, and because of this, Inko began to worry. "It's okay, sweetie. Tell you what, tomorrow we'll go visit the doctors bright and early, so they'll tell us what's going on." "Yes, mommy." Deku looked down, as this gives the impression he did something wrong, walking upstairs to climb in bed. The next morning, Inko and Deku went through their morning routine before heading out to the doctors. Once they arrived, they checked in, and after some time, they finally got an appointment set up with Dr. Yujiko.
"So, from what you just told me, your body was covered in some sort of armor, and apparently you turned invisible?"
"Yeah, probably. I'm not sure. It all kinda happened so fast. Do you know if he'll be okay? Do you have any idea what might have happened?"
"From the sound of it, this all looks like the awakening of your son's quirk. We're gonna have to run some tests to see exactly what type it might be. Following the standard procedures for the quirk checkup, we'll get back to you once we've completed the tests."
Deku looked towards his mother in excitement, knowing that he might have a quirk. Inko looked back at him with an optimistic smile. Mommy, I'm gonna have a quirk!" "Settle down, sweetie. You're so silly. We don't know that yet, but things are looking up." Inko picked Deku up, while speaking and rubbing their noses together in a positive and happy manner, placing him back down in the chair next to her, while Dr. Yujiko was sitting in the background, watching the pair in glee. Fast forward to the start of the anime, and the last day of middle school. Not much here has changed, other than Bakugo respecting Deku for having a quirk, and a pretty strong one at that. "So Deku, you're applying to UA, right?" "Of course! I know you want to train over the summer to get ready for the entrance exams, Kat-chan. I think it would be great for the both of us."
"I don't want to train with you, Deku. If I'm going to get into UA, I need to be the best, and I don't want to get there by needing other people's help."
"That's fine, Kat-chan. I'll see you the day of the entrance exam and do my best as well." After this, Deku walks home, but he takes a shortcut this time. As he's going through a tunnel, a sludge villain pops out from the sewer and starts clinging onto Deku.
"Hey kid, nice butt. Mind if I take it?" It will only hurt for a second.
You're not taking my body! Incursio! Deku then activates Incursio, surrounding his body in the armor. He then swings his spear in circular motion, creating a fan that sent the sludge villain flying towards the wall and off of Deku's body. But just as this happens, All Might comes out of the sewer.
Have no fear, for I am here. Wait, you got him. Well done, young hero. You must be newly licensed hero. I haven't seen you before.
All Might! Wow, so cool! But I'm not a hero, I'm a student!
If you're a student, why do you have a costume?
Oh, you see, this isn't a costume. It's my quirk here. Let me show you. Deku then deactivates Incursio, showing All Might what he really looks like. That is an impressive quirk you have there, kid. I'm sure you will become a great hero someday. I would love to stay and talk, but I need to take this villain in. All Might then jumps away with the sludge villain, but as All Might is in the air, he feels heavier for some reason, so he looks down at his leg, only to see Deku holding on for dear life so he won't fall. All Might then lands on a nearby building, but he's running out of time and needs to get Deku down safely.
What the heck were you thinking? What if you slipped?
Sorry, sir, but I wanted to ask you something before you jumped off.
What is it? But hurry it up, please.
As Deku is about to ask his question, All Might's time runs out. With this, he can no longer maintain his big, heroic form, and he reverts to a skinny, normal form.
What?
Damn it, I was hoping I had a little more time. You're a fake All Might?
No, this really is me. I got into a huge fight about 5 years back and destroyed my stomach, so I can't do as much hero work as I used to. Now I basically have a time limit, and when my time is up, I look like this.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, so what was it that you wanted to ask me, kid?
Well, I heard that you were going to be teaching at UA, and since you thought I would make a good hero, I was wondering if you could, you know, maybe give me a recommendation?
What is your name?
It's Izuku Midoriya, sir.
Well, young Izuku, I'll think about it. But if I give you a recommendation, you will be held to very high standards since it's coming from me. But give me some time to think about it.
Okay, well, thank you so much, All Might. I better be getting home before it gets too much later. As Deku is heading home, he hears an explosion far away in the city, and then quickly decides to go see which heroes are going to respond. As he arrives, he sees that the sludge villain from earlier has caught someone, just like he tried to do with Deku. Oh no! That's the sludge villain that All Might and I captured. He must have escaped when I jumped onto All Might's leg. Before we get back into the story, I would like to say that we've got a second channel called Anime Deep Dive. Anime Deep Dive is a channel based on a variety of anime lore. If you are interested in content like this, make sure to click the icon on the top right corner or check the description below for a link to the channel. Now, with that out of the way, let's get back into the story. In the crowd, there's a lot of noise since the heroes are going to have a hard time, and some are wondering how the villain got free from All Might. As everyone keeps looking on, hoping for something to happen, the villain turns, and we see the person he has captured is Bakugo. Deku continues to look on, as the heroes are helpless and aware that All Might can't do much more hero work for the day, so that means there's only one thing for him to do. Deku activates Incursio and runs in, trying to save Bakugo the same way he saved himself. He's spinning his spear in a circle, creating a strong force of wind, which makes the sludge villain fly off, freeing Bakugo. All Might and the other heroes look on, with the rest of the crowd being amazed how this one person blew away the village with ease, not knowing that it was Deku, except for Bakugo and All Might. With the sludge villain defeated, and the other heroes putting out fires and cleaning the road from the damage, the crowd starts to die down, and the paramedics are taking a look at Bakugo, as pros go up to him saying that he has an impressive quirk. Deku, who was still in his Incursio armor, was getting asked what agency he works for, since the pros have never seen him. Deku then retracts his armor, shocking the pros and reporters around him. Well, you see, I'm not a pro or a sidekick. I'm just a kid. I just wanted to jump in and save my friend. That's what being a hero is all about, right?
You're absolutely right, young Midoriya.
All Might then appears from the shadows, making the reporters leave Deku's side and rush towards All Might. As Deku is now free from the reporters and Bakugo has been checked up on, the two can finally leave, each going their own ways. Now that Deku is finally heading home, All Might comes rushing in from an alleyway.
Ha ha ha! I am here, making a speedy entrance.
What the? All Might, last time I saw you, you were surrounded by reporters.
I only have time for justice, not autographs. But that is not why I came rushing over. I came here so that I could let you know that I'd put in some calls and put you down as my recommendation to get into UA.
Are you serious? This is amazing! Thank you so much!
Don't get too excited yet. You still have to pass the recommendations test, not to mention with the teachers and staff. Knowing I was the one to give the recommendation, you will be held to very high standards.
I understand, and I will pass the exam. I won't let you down, All Might. But why did you give me the recommendation when earlier you said you wouldn't?
Well, young Midoriya, after seeing how you were able to defeat that villain twice with ease,
I knew you were special. But what really made me want to give you one was that you rushed in to save young Bakugo without hesitation, while me and the other heroes watched. That is what made me choose to give you one, young Midoriya. That is where we will be leaving off for today's What If Deku Had an Imperial Arms. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Now, there is a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, I'd like to let you all know that we have a merch store. Some of the items in it are only available for a limited amount of time. So if you're interested, go into the description and check it out. Each purchase helps us make more content. Secondly, I'd like to thank our $5 and up Patreon supporters for helping to fund these videos. Lastly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank the writer for this video, as well as the editors for this video. Their details will be in the description below. If you're a voice actor, editor, or writer, or you're interested in becoming one of those, go to the Discord that is in the description of this video, and hit up the head of one of those areas. We're always looking for new members to join us. That's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested, and hit that like button if you liked the video. Until next time, peace out mortals, have an amazing day. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my